Hi boys and girls, Mrs. Brinker here, and I am going to show you how to complete your pendulum painting. Remember, this is going to be sent to Art to Remember to be printed on any product your parent wants to purchase. So we want to be really careful about making these look awesome and colorful and complete. So the trickiest thing about doing this, I've discovered, is that the paint, even the pendulum painting lines, if it gets too wet, or if you paint too hard with your paintbrush, it wants to spread. So you have to be really careful about being gentle with your paint and cleaning off your brush a lot. So you also have a choice if you want to go the non-objective route or if you want to make it more abstract. This is non-objective because it doesn't really have anything that looks real to me. It doesn't have anything that I really know. Like, it doesn't have an animal or anything similar to an animal. So if you want to, you can get your pendulum painting and you can use your pencil and draw out something like an animal or a person or something that you know, and then paint that. Or you could be like me, it's up to you, and you can make it non-objective where there's nothing that you recognize other than shapes and lines and colors. So I'm going to show you how to do a non-objective one, but again, it's your choice what you want to draw with your pencil. I'm going to use some circles to trace. I have a big, a medium, and a small. Variety is really important when you're making non-objective art. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace some of my circles right on top of my painted lines. I'm going to try and spread them out across the page. And the really cool thing about this is everybody's art is going to look different because the pendulum did different things to everyone's art. Do a big circle here, and I'm even going to make one of my circles come off the page by tracing it so that it doesn't cover the whole page. That'll add some interesting details to my artwork. I'm going to overlap some circles. I'll add some small ones. So okay, cool, I am ready to paint. So I'm going to think about what colors I want my circles to be and what colors I want my background to be. I'm using watercolor paints. I got some water over here. Every time you see me reach like this, it's because I'm cleaning off my brush, even though you can't really see the cup of water. So I'm going to start, maybe I'll do some cool colors inside the circles. And again, I'm not painting too hard. Being pretty gentle, cleaning off my brush. I'm going to pick a circle that's not touching this one because I want that one to dry a little bit. If I paint two circles right next to each other, they're both going to be very wet, and I'll show you what will happen. They'll bleed and mix together like this, which if you want that, that's okay, but I don't want that. So I'm going to paint my circles that aren't touching each other first. So I believe the requirements are for you to have 8 colors, or is it, no, 3 colors and 8 shapes, which I shouldn't have a problem doing. I probably have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shapes. Perfect. And I'm going to have more than 3 colors. I already do, I think. Cleaning off my brush quite a bit. Alright, I'm going to come back to this one. It's getting drier. The other thing you could do is start to paint the background in parts that are dry. I'm going to attempt to paint this circle even though that one's a little bit wet. I'm just going to try and be really careful. Okay, good. Let's see, do this one down here. Uh-oh, see, you see that one's too wet. It's starting to bleed a little bit. I'm not going to make my paintbrush touch this circle at all. I'm going to keep the paint over here. I can come back later and touch that